what's the deal?
Hi guys, and welcome back to Nail on Sunday podcast with me, Chris, and my smoking hot, beautiful co-host who's just fresh out of the holiday situation, Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm so glad to be recording this intro again.
Right, so for audio listeners, this is seamless for you. But video or YouTube watchers will see that Chris was standing up there because the Rodecaster, the big thing that records all of our stuff, is on the desk because today we are playing a game of... You guys know what it is.
Is it definitely playing?
Yeah. Red light, green light. Or, in this case, red flag, green light.
Red flag, green flag.
No, green light.
Okay.
And it's inspired by both Squid Game type of thing, but also I read a book a couple of years ago by Matthew McConaughey called Green Lights, and it was pointing out all of his green lights in his life.
Nice.
Yeah. That's probably one of the only books I've read start to finish in a relatively quick time. That and Twilight as well.
Wow, the important ones.
Yeah. So, before we get into that, honey, welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to the pod. What have you been up to the last couple of weeks?
So we have been on holiday.
We have indeed. Do you want to tell them what we've been up to and what we've been doing?
So we were away for like 11 days, something like that. We went to Orlando for a couple of days. We went to Universal Studios for one of those days.
Universal Studios, honey, was it fun?
It was okay.
Was it expensive?
Oh my God. It was just under $800 for one day for the two of us. We got the cheapest park tickets, so it only gave us access to one park for one day. But we did also get the fast track pass. And just under $800 for two people for one day. Like, how do families afford this?
And how do families go for days?
We were bored by 3:00. We were like done. We weren't there at the crack of dawn. What time did we go? 10:30?
We were in by 10.
Yeah.
You and I were in by 10. Our friends joined us like an hour later. And they did like 3-4 days.
And I'm like, you and I are a lot of people will go, they'll do multiple rides, blah, blah, blah. For us, we lose interest incredibly quickly. It's the same reason that we can't really go to museums, or when we do, we're in and out in like 20 minutes. Yeah, we were like, by 3:00, we were like, okay, let's go.
I'll be honest with you, I had more fun this time than I had the last time we were there. And I think it was because it's essentially just you and I, and we had the fast pass.
We've never been to a theme park, just the two of us.
Oh, we haven't actually.
So it was a bit weird.
Yeah. Well, our friends were there, so again, it was a bit weird.
But to begin with, it was just two of us.
Yeah.
And we went on the scariest rides.
Yeah.
We went on all the rides.
So Hulk, Velocicoaster?
Yeah, they were the two scariest ones. Oh my God. I was so rattled after each one. I was like, I actually feel unwell.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, right, I just can't understand why it's so expensive.
No.
See, if do you know what they'd be better? No, they obviously wouldn't be better doing. But realistically, you should leave and pay what you think it's worth.
Okay, so I would probably pay around $50.
For me, I would be like, okay, $200. $200 for both of us.
Okay.
You know? And then another 100.
I wonder how many people they let in a day to each park.
Well, would you say that it was relatively busy?
It was quiet.
It was quiet. So this is the perfect time to go away. I would say that the kids' UK holidays had just finished. Mm-hmm. School holidays had just finished.
You did still have quite a lot of UK people though.
There was not a lot of American holidays.
There was no American kids
going on and stuff.
In fact, all the kids that were there mostly were UK.
I would say if you didn't have the fast pass for most of the rides, you'd been waiting half an hour max, probably.
Yeah.
With the fast pass, I mean, we were waiting almost.
We were just walking right onto the rides.
Pretty much.
For the most part. The biggest, scariest rides, we literally just walked straight on. Yeah. Which was good because you didn't have time to like worry about it.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it was fun, and I think that set us up for the rest of the trip. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you literally on day one, you open your curtains on vacation, you go to a theme park and you go on some scary rides. I mean, everything else is, I was going to say downhill from there, but everything else is relatively relaxing from there.
True.
You know?
We then went to Miami for a night, which was great. We stayed in such a good hotel. And then we went to a Caribbean cruise.
Now bear in mind, when we were in Miami, it was blowing a gale, and that was because there was a hurricane happening.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys might have heard about the devastating hurricane that happened in Jamaica.
And Cuba. Next, we went to Dominican. So we were pretty much convinced that we weren't going to either get on the cruise, or if we were getting on the
we
cruise,
weren't going to go to the stops. Like there was a lot of talk of that as soon as we got on the cruise. Yeah, we're probably not going to go to the stops. Blah 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 blah.
But I mean, the cruise line obviously they deal with this quite often, and they like skirtled by. They went straight like past.
And the weather everywhere we went was just perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Very lucky, very lucky.
There was a few days of wind, but I mean, gosh, that's nothing.
Oh yeah, the wind was pretty crazy, but
nothing in comparison to what some people had to go through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know.
So we had a really nice time, didn't we?
We did.
Met some new friends.
Well, we went with our Canadian friends, which you guys know. Now, I'll be honest with you, they're no longer our friends because, well, on day one, they turned up and told us they're pregnant. So,
yeah,
it was such a good friendship as well. Matt,
it.
Sheila, if you're listening, you're not listening because you're not our friends anymore. But you know what it's like? See, when you get like a group of friends and like you share the same like things, you know, you work hard and everything else, and then somebody gets pregnant, it just throws a spanner in the
Change the
works.
dynamic.
It does change the dynamic because, like Sheila, for instance, she's tired by like 9 p.m.
Well, it's not only that, everything's going to change.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, before they could literally just travel with us anytime.
It was like when my sister had a baby, you know, before that we used to be able to go to like places further away than like a 6-hour flight.
Of course. And it just changes.
Yeah.
They seem to be convinced that it's not going to change. Now, bear in mind, they have a Porsche 911, right? A Porsche 911, sports car. Like, tiny little seats in the back. They're like, it's no problem. We'll just get a car seat. And Rebecca's like, well, where are you going to put the buggy, the pram, you know?
And also, it's not just like, okay, you've got the car seat, but it's getting in and out of that car with the baby. Like, no. I was like, I'll give you 3 days for that car.
Yeah. I'm kidding. They are still going to be our friends. It's just, again, everything changes.
Yeah.
It's like we've got American friends. They've got 4 young kids.
When we met them, they had 0.
Yeah, when we met them, they had 0. It was easy for them to travel to Scotland and stuff. Now, if they were traveling to Scotland, it would be refinancing your house. You know, it's a lot. It's a big process. You know, but we did meet some new friends, Tyler and Alyssa. Tyler straight out of Dallas.
Dallas, so he has a cool accent.
Yeah, Alyssa straight out of
Baltimore.
Both live in St. Augustine. Now, if you guys know anything about us, we spent some time in St. Augustine and we love St. Augustine. We
recorded a podcast from St. Augustine when we introduced you guys to Dakota.
We did. Not on Nail on Sunday. That was on the Nail Order channel. Yeah, so met them. They're pretty cool. They are starting a business themselves, so that'll be fun to watch. They also have a pet collar and leash business.
Yeah, and they're like handmade in Mexico. They're really, really cool. We're ordering some from them. It is
Give
called
them a shout out.
Kuhu Pet Supplies. Kuhu. 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 Really, really cute.
Go see them on Instagram. They are very cute. Dog collars and leashes and stuff like that. All custom made, handmade in
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not the business they're doing. They're doing an Italian business.
Yeah.
Italian franchise business. So I'll be keen to watch that and see that grow, hopefully. What was the highlight of your trip?
Turtles.
Okay, go tell them.
So that was mean what I just said, actually, now I'm thinking about it. So one of the stops on our cruise was St. Thomas, which is where Chris and I got married, and we got married 10 years ago in January. So when we knew we were stopping here, we were like, right, we'll go back to the beach where exactly where we got married and we'll just have like a chill day. So we went there and we found the exact spot where we got married, and Chris gave me an eternity ring, which is really, really nice. Literally in the spot where we got married. And I decided that I wanted to go snorkeling. So I'd taken my snorkel with me, literally like, I don't know, it was like a $3 snorkel we got somewhere, who even knows. Anyway, brought that with me and I was swimming out. And I was like, genuinely, this is no word of a lie. The thought going through my head at that moment was, how cool would it be if I saw a turtle? And I turned my head and I was like, there's a turtle. And I came up and I'm going, screaming to Chris. And Chris is like, sure, what's going on? Anyway, and then I saw quite a few turtles and it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. And then you could literally sit on the beach. There was that many turtles. They were that active. You could sit on the beach and see the turtles just popping up for air.
The funny thing is, Rebecca was like swimming along. I'm sitting on the beach swimming along and I could see like a turtle and I was trying to point to her, but she wasn't paying attention, you know? And then she was doing the exact same. When she got like there, she was like, there's a turtle. And I was like, yeah, but there's more over there, you know? It was funny. It was a great great stop on the trip. I would say for mine, Pig Beach.
I know you're going to say the piggies.
I've always wanted to go to, well, there's 2 things. So there's Exuma in the Bahamas, which is the real pig beach where you go and it's pink sands and they have pigs who live on the beach. Now, Exuma is too far from where the stop we were, but they have a one called Treasure Island and it's kind of a similar idea. Some adopted pigs were taken to the island and they were breeding and there's sanctuary there for them and they get to live on the beach. And we got to hang out with them, give them a little...
They were like doggies, weren't they?
Very much so.
They love swimming.
Yeah.
So we could swim with them in the water.
Yeah. And there was a section where there was some big stingrays as well, which we were playing with. Rebecca was holding a stingray, which was...
You didn't even do it. I just realised.
Well, I got to pet it.
Chris is a little nervous about the sea.
I don't really like water. My mum terrified me with water because she couldn't swim. Now I can swim,
but it's not the water that scares you; it's what's in the water.
Yeah, Jaws.
Yeah, you're missing out.
Well, I got to pet a stingray, so
you did.
There we go. I got to swim with some piggies,
biggies,
which was fun.
You should insert some from the Meta glasses.
Oh yeah, we've got these Meta glasses. Our Canadian friends convinced us to get some, and realistically, as soon as we put them on, we're using them. We're like, oh, this is going to be great for content for nail order. So we're like, well, we'll grab some just now. We'll use them on our holiday, and we'll donate them to the girls. Mm-hmm. So the girls have already been.
They worked so well for Pig Beach because you weren't allowed to take your phones or cameras down there.
Yeah, which is we thought.
I think it's a bit of a scam, right? I'd still do, but apparently there was some tourists who like dropped their phone in the beach because they got scared by a pig, and then their phone broke, and then they blamed them. Blah 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 blah. Like, who would blame... If you dropped your phone, you wouldn't blame someone else. But anyway, I think it's just so that they make you buy the pictures that they take.
Yes.
So, but we had the Meta glasses.
Which just look like... they're polarizing, so...
They're transition.
Transition ones. So they look like sunglasses, you know? And they just look like Ray-Bans. So...
And the quality of the picture is unreal.
So good.
So good. So yeah, we wore them. Cheating,
but fun. And I got some videos.
Yes, you pay enough to go, so...
Yeah, I know. Which you can see right now of a couple of piggies coming up and giving us little fist bumps. So that's pretty cool. If you're watching on YouTube, that was a trip. Do you feel rested?
Physically, no. Mentally, yes.
I think it was good for us to go away.
Yeah, we were. It was a really, really stressful, bad time before we went away. So yeah, no, I do feel more like ready to conquer things.
Yeah, ready to take on.
I am feeling a bit overwhelmed right now, though. I'm just like, oh my God, there's so many things to do, so many things happening.
Yeah, so we thought it'd be fun to do this pod, because we always like doing the pods, and we thought I would have a little bit of fun with this one. Yeah, we'll
make it a little bit of a game. I just came up with the idea randomly. Well, it wasn't randomly. You wrote something down, and it was a spark boom. Yeah,
we've been doing a shed load of interviews, and one of the girls had said something like it's a green light, and I thought to myself, oh, back to that.
But I feel like we've done red flags, green flags somewhere before. But anyway, but this is just going to be more of like Chris and I wrote lists independently.
Yep.
And then the other one is going to answer. Well, I think we should both answer. The other one answer first, red light or green light. And we're going to split it into 2 episodes.
We are.
So the first episode is going to be red light, green light, all about brands.
I would rather do the nail tech one first.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel the nail tech one's probably like more relevant.
Okay, so well, one will be about brands and one will be about nail techs.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you want to get started?
I do. Do you want to do a couple of quick fires, or do you want to just roll them out, and it can either be green light, red light, and a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Or we can maybe go into further depth on it.
Yeah, we'll talk about each one briefly. I mean, some will be longer than
if
others.
If you're watching on YouTube, if not, I'm going to describe this for you. We've got my Roadcaster up here, which has, as you can see on these little keypads, red lights and green lights. So if we hit red light, you'll be able to hear that. And if we hit green light, you'll be able to hear that.
We can't hear it.
We can't hear it, but that's why it's visually up there for us. So, for instance, if I was reading out, okay, we'll just do the first one.
Let's just get started. I know what we're doing.
We also have this sound effect.
What is this?
This is like the alarm call.
What is it?
The alarm call.
What are we going to use this for?
It's just to introduce what we're doing.
Oh,
so it's bringing us into it. So I'm just going to go with the first one, right?
Okay, so we're doing this. This is the nail techs.
Nail techs.
Okay, it's going to be funny to see how many overlapping ones that we have got.
Indeed.
Okay.
How many do you have, actually?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Excellent. I've got 15. Okay, so
they're probably mostly the same.
A new client messages. How much for number 4 nails?
Wait. So hang on, you're doing this clients. This is I'm sorry, this is a 3rd episode.
Well, no, this is a client messaging you as a nail tech.
Oh, okay. Mine are from a totally different angle.
Well, angles galore. Right. So this is how it affects a nail tech, right? So a new client.
So yours is clients red light, green light.
No, well, whatever. Right. So a client messages you. How much number 4 nails. No context, no name, no nothing. Just how much for nails?
Red light.
Absolutely. A red flag.
Red light.
Red flag.
Light. We're going lights. We're saying lights.
Red light is stop, green light is go. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. You get it. It's the
Yeah,
red.
red light, stop. Exactly, stop. Go no further.
What do you do with that?
I mean, reply to them. I would reply and say, well, I would probably reply and guide them to where my prices and my booking system are. If you go here and have a look, you'll be able to see all the prices. The likelihood is these people are, what should we call them?
Time waster.
Hit and run.
Hit and run,
They're hit and
yeah.
run. They're just messaging you and they just want to know that, and then they're never going to reply.
Does this happen quite a lot?
You see this quite a lot on TikTok. There's a lot of like meme things that people do on TikTok, which is like how my conversations with clients play out in real life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and it's like you wouldn't
yeah.
walk into a shop,
How much for nails?
how much for nails, and then somebody tells you, and then you run out and
Yeah.
never see them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does.
I think having saved replies is always a good one because it pretty much blocks that off.
Saved replies, yeah. A saved reply which is comprehensive and
Yeah.
like guides somebody to where all the information is.
The thing is,
excellent.
realistically, what you can have with that saved reply is if you need further assistance, so list some of your prices or where to find your prices, how to book in if they want to book in if you have a booking system, or just further steps. If you would like to know more or you would like to book in, just reply to this comment. And the thing, reply to this reply. And that way you don't have to engage with them pretty much after that because realistically, they're probably just going to, like you said, hit and run.
Hit and run.
Hit and run.
Okay, so that leads me well onto my first one then. A nail tech that doesn't take online bookings.
Red light.
Absolute.
I feel like most of these are just going to be red lights.
Absolute red flag because, well, okay, I'll play devil's advocate. They're so goddamn busy and they run a back-to-back ship that they know that they need to make a paper diet. Nah, I can't.
There's no scenario.
I can't think about it.
It's a red light for me.
Yeah, I think
There's so many benefits to having an online booking system. It's in your pocket all of the time. If somebody moves, you're not scribbling it out and whatever. Just do it.
Yeah, I think people always say, "Oh, it'd be great to make money while you're sleeping." Your booking system is actually doing that for you because if you go to bed at 10, somebody's wanting to book in at 11 and they can't book in with you, they'll book in with somebody else,
This
At
is
least
true.
When they have the ability to book themselves in, then I've just thought of another one actually that relates onto that.
But the other thing is you don't have to have it open online, but it just gives you the flexibility. If you run a really tight diary that you want to have full control of the timings when people are booking in, you don't want them to book in and leave a gap, then you don't have to have it open to online, but you can still have that power in your pocket.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've got this one in my head. I'm going to do it.
Go.
It's not written down, right? Okay. And I'm going to try and word it in a different way. Let me think about it. A fellow nail tech, competition, let's call them. You always see them have last minute availability, cancellation today, etc., posted on their social media, which would say to me is, number one, that if they do have a booking system, they're not taking deposits. But number two, is it actually real?
Okay, this is gonna be surprising.
Red light.
And
Green light.
both.
I absolutely get it. Because I'm going to play it out in my head. You do get last minute cancellations.
Yeah, having been that salon that does that type of thing, right? It is two things. Yeah, you get the last minute cancellations, but often it's not a last minute cancellation, it's clever marketing. And that's
Yes.
where the green light part comes
Yes.
in. Because the green light to me is, the red light, it can be seen as, they're always doing that. They've always got cancellations. They've always got availability. But the green light is that they're marketing them and they are marketing them in a clever way, which creates demand.
Yeah. If you see, for instance, a story template or a story on Instagram where it says, I have availability tomorrow at 11, 12 and 1, and then you see 1 scored out, and then you see 11 scored out, instantly you're like, oh, for goodness sake, I need to take 12.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, they never maybe had those spots available. They only had 12
I mean,
available.
I will say that when we did it, we did it in an honest way. When we were crossing them out, whatever that was, they were gone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it plays out in two ways. It's good, it's clever marketing, and it is marketing at the end of the day.
I think it can look like a red light, but it is probably a green light.
Yeah. And if you have tons of cancellations and you're not taking deposits, maybe that's a way to think about it.
Okay, nail tech or nail techs that regularly talk about on social media lamps and why they only ever use a generic lamp and it's just a marketing ploy.
Red light.
Easy.
Yeah.
Did I even go?
Red light.
I did. It was so quick. Yeah, red light.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm about to create. I've made a list of TikToks to make. Maybe today
Oh wow.
we could do them like experiment style with my little special meter and stuff like that. That is going to categorically, once and for all, disprove anybody's thoughts on nanometers and wattage. So yeah, there is that.
Okay. I think a lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and they maybe got on with a lamp. Okay, you know. I think there's just further evidence that they need to seek.
I think they're just trying to appease themselves. And like I've said a million times, I probably was one of those people. But the difference now is that the amount of education that is available and the increased amount of knowledge that is going around in the gel industry compared to, say, 10 years ago when it was a lot more new. Obviously that technology has been around for a lot longer, but not used by the masses and not used, like there wasn't loads and loads of brands, etc., etc. There's just so much more known now than there was back then.
I think a lot of people use it as rage bait as well.
Yeah,
You know,
they do. Because they know it's going to start a conversation.
Yeah, if it starts a conversation, it's going to bring you followers. And I think that's what a lot of people do it for.
Yeah.
All right, next up. A client turns up late, but they bring you a coffee and a smile. Oh, I didn't think that was going to be
Okay, I'll tell you why, right?
Oh.
They've brought us a coffee because they've brought themselves a coffee, and that is the reason that they're late. And I would rather not have the coffee and have them on time and not have the rest of my day stressed out.
But imagine they're the type of person that just knows that you love coffee and they go out their way to get your coffee and it makes them late.
No, still red. For me, being on time, that's going to be a different answer depending on who you are. But for me, it boils my blood to such a level, like being late, like, no.
I think sometimes it's really good to like just bring a gift maybe.
Yeah, but only if you're on time, and you can't let that gift slow you down.
I don't know. We were doing an interview yesterday and we were talking about a member of staff and turning up. If I went to that person for nails, I would bring them a coffee. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Right.
Next up.
Yeah, my turn.
That's what I said.
Oh,
next up.
sorry. Nail techs that only take cash.
You are a drug dealer, brother. Oh my word. Do you know, I seen a guy go to the ATM. So I went to Tesco last night. We're recording this on a Saturday because we're just back, right? I went to the Tesco last night and I seen a guy skid into the ATM bit. It's actually a disabled spot, but he drove in there, jumped out his car and went to the ATM to get cash out. And I thought, the first thing I thought to myself is, you're going to buy drugs. Because nothing else in the world. What else? Even my barber or the barber shop that I go to these days, they take card. They charge an extra 50p for it, but they'll take card. Realistically, the only people who are dealing with cash these days are drug dealers.
Here's 2 reasons why it's a red flag to me, right? The 2 main reasons. Number 1, it tells me that you are avoiding paying tax. Number 1. Now that might seem like a great idea to begin with, but it will hamper you later down the line if you are trying to get a mortgage, as an example, lines of credit or a loan, or whatever it is. It will hamper you. And we should all just be paying our dues. Guys, we all got to do it. It sucks. We hate it. It's gross. Trust me. It is gross over here, but we got to do it, right? Secondly, you are actually costing yourself money. Okay, you think you're saving yourself money because of tax, but realistically, you're costing yourself a lot of money because the add-ons that you could be having, the retail options that you could be having. But if people come with cash, and because people don't carry cash these days, if you're a cash only person, they are only going to get cash specifically for you. So if the treatment is £40, they're taking out £40. So you're missing out on a tip, you're missing out on an add-on, like a treatment upgrade, and you're missing out on retail.
Yeah. In America, there is still a culture of taking cash because of tips. Now, the amount of times we've got like pulled up to a hotel and I've taken our bags at the Uber or something like that, and I'm like, I don't have cash.
It's a whole thing. It's just
we had to actually go to an ATM and lift cash.
Horrible.
Yeah, and it's weird.
That was also for the casino, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it's for Rebecca's gambling.
Go on then.
Okay, a client asks you for a discount because they're an influencer.
Red light.
Are even any green light options on this?
Well, I'm going to spin that around and say maybe if you're a relatively new nail tech. Oh, in fact, do you know who I keep seeing popping up on my goddamn feed right now?
Who?
Jamie goddamn Genevieve.
Right.
Because you've spoken about her. So
Has she become a nail tech?
No. But she is an influencer. She carries a big influence. She used to go to NAF Salon, and I would say NAF Salon would definitely reap the benefits of having that in there. Not saying that she would get a discount or whatever, but that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you get the right influencer, I think it could be beneficial for your business.
Yeah, but from a client point of view, it is gross. And also, I would say that if you are going to enter into those type of agreements, it has to be drawn up very, very clearly, the expectations on both sides. Because be like, oh yeah, give me an discount. I'm an influencer. Yeah, I'll post about you. And all they do is a really quick picture of their nails on stories. Maybe that's what you're looking for, but it depends obviously on the level of discount, or maybe you're doing it for free. Be very, very specific about what you want in return.
Yeah, and again, influencers sometimes can influence people in the wrong way.
Oh yeah, sure.
So just be cautious about the type of influencer you have.
Okay, a nail tech that doesn't do certain treatments.
Be more specific.
Oh gosh, okay. This is 2 parts then. Right, I'm going to do 2 parts. It's a very, very. Okay, no. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to
flip-flopping more than somebody who lives in Hawaii.
I'm going to read it as I thought of it, which is, okay, a nail tech that doesn't do certain treatments. So say they're like, doesn't do French, doesn't do nail extensions. Yeah.
Green light, because let's be honest, if you don't like doing French, don't do them. If you don't want to extend.
Absolutely.
However, I'm going to flip it around again and say that you should be open to being more prescriptive. For instance, if you only do biab.
Well, wait, I've got a whole other one for that. So I've got a whole other one for that. But I think niching down, absolutely great. If you don't want to do nail extensions, don't do nail extensions. If you don't want to do a French, like Chris says, don't do a French. The reason that you don't want to do them is probably because you don't have a lot of confidence. Maybe you're not very good at it. Absolutely. Do what you're comfortable with.
Just thought of a whole new podcast. No, I wrote it down. It's fine.
Okay.
Flip-flopping around here. Okay. Someone books in for a simple set, and then when they come, they ask for full-on nail art.
My God, how obviously yours. Did it go? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it happens probably more than...
It does.
I think that's probably the one sticking point that every nail tech has.
It probably is, but you need to be as clear as you can in terms of the fact that nail art is an upcharge and it must be booked in. And you also have to stick by your guns. If you don't have time to do it, you're not doing it. If you do have time to do it, go ahead, do it. Why not?
Yeah. I think it's a 2-parter. Some people don't understand the complexities of what they're asking for. But also some people are just cheeky.
It's the old thing about French as well. Like people are like, oh, just a French.
Yeah.
Like just a French. That's 10 fingers I have to make look exactly the same.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's arguably a lot harder than drawing characters.
I think if you actually gave somebody a pen and said, draw me 10 circles that match all the way around.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to draw these little quarter circles on people's, it's a good one.
Very difficult. Okay. Nail tech who advertises on Instagram, so in their bio as a biab tech.
Red flag. God damn red flag.
Red flag for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, biab is the name of a product. It is a brand's specific name for a product. Okay, if you're using that, then okay.
Well, I hate it when they say to us, oh yeah, just use your biab.
Okay, number one is we don't have a product called biab, so
biab we do.
But moreover, if you are just advertising as being a biab tech, then you're not offering a prescriptive service, and you are doing your clients an injustice.
That's what it comes down to. I think moreover now, I think the prescriptive manicure is something that every nail tech should be on board with.
For sure.
However, because we've got to have 2 sides to everything, if you only are trained in Builder and are only confident in Builder, should you only just offer Builder?
Yeah, but then needless to say, you are giving people the wrong treatment.
Correct.
I
think if you are trained in Builder, I think definitely offering a rubber base or a hybrid gel is...
I just thought of a really funny analogy for it, right? Please. Just going back to the drugs that you were talking about.
Okay.
Like, it's like if you're a drug dealer, right? And your customer comes and they're looking for an upper, but you only deal weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're giving them something that isn't suitable for their needs.
But at the same time,
We do not promote the use of drugs on this podcast.
yeah, we do. No, I'm kidding.
No.
But it's spin it around. If you're looking for cocaine, and you know this guy only does weed, you're never going to go to him. You know?
Yeah, it's true. I understand why people do it because they're doing it from a marketing ploy, but it's deceptive. Like you're doing it to grab customers because customers are so aware of what BIAB is or BIAB. Sorry.
I would say 5 years ago that was cool.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Yeah, and if you're leaning into that and you're perpetuating that, so I would just say if that is in your bio, go change it.
Okay, next one.
Yep.
You take a walk in, and they have visible greenies on their nails.
Red
I'm
light.
trying to think of a way to make it a red light, but a green light, but I just
A greenies light.
yeah.
Explain to me, and my belly, because my belly is rumbling just now, what a greenie is and how you
A
get.
pseudomonas, so it is bacteria that typically grows in humid conditions, so damp conditions, and it can grow on top of the nail, so it can grow between the nail enhancement and the nail plate. So that's on a surface level, but it can actually also grow underneath the nail as well.
Okay.
So there are actually occasions where a customer can come in with a greenie, and by the time you have done a removal and some prep, it's actually gone. Now you do need to always approach with caution because they are infectious. Essentially, you don't want to be contaminating your products with it. But so there are situations where it is essentially you can remove it before you proceed. I have seen that happen before, but always proceed with caution, and more often than not you are going to probably want to turn them away, not necessarily because it's going to cause any further damage to their nails from applying product to it, but it is always best practice to leave a nail with a contraindication bare. But like I said, there is a risk of you contaminating your gels. You know, you're painting that on that brush, putting that brush back in that bottle.
I was just thinking that's one of the major advantages of pots.
Only if you cleaned your brush very, very thoroughly between each swipe.
Swipe, of course, because you double dip. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
double dip.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like how we think things out in the pod? She always keeps me right, guys.
Okay, a nail tech who advertises as a hypoallergenic tech.
Red light.
No nail enhancement is hypoallergenic. It's an impossibility. And they themselves are the only thing that is hypoallergenic. You cannot be allergic to those people. You could be allergic to their personality, but not those people.
Again, it's very much like the bio or BAB thing.
But
I understand why you're doing it. It says marketing ploy, but it's not, you're not doing it from a genuine place. Like it's not.
I'm going to counteract that. I'm going to say.
Well, maybe you are doing it from a genuine place, but you're actually just misinformed.
That's what it is. They're misinformed because their brand, which we'll go on to in the next pod.
We probably both got that one written down.
We do. We are a hypoallergenic brand. So all you get is hypoallergenic products, which means people cannot be allergic because that's the definition of hypoallergenic. Less allergenic. It doesn't mean...
If it were me, right, and I was putting in my bio, I was very conscious on that. I wanted my customers to understand that. I would probably put allergy conscious.
Yeah.
Allergy conscious nail tech.
Allergy aware?
Conscious is a good word. Allergy conscious, because you're seeing hypoallergenic. You get customers who come to you who have diagnosed allergies. A lot of people, like we've talked a million times before, misunderstand the term as of hypoallergenic, meaning that you can't have a reaction to it, which is completely false. So they come to you with an existing allergy, they get your hypoallergenic treatment, and then they have an allergy, and they're like, "Well, you said it was hypoallergenic." And it's just.
I think you're actually opening yourself up for litigation more so than that, because you've promoted yourself as you cannot have an allergy.
I wouldn't say litigation, and again, well, that's a misunderstanding of the term by the consumer, hypoallergenic. But it's all, the line is just so blurred.
But we had a query on emails the other day. I heard somebody read it out. My client has had a reaction to your HEMA-free products. How can this be?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And, well, because it's HEMA-free, it's not completely...
I saw somebody on the group this week asking, can can you have a reaction to products that don't have henna in them? And I'm like, this is the problem. How do people not understand that? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Again, the problem is it's what some brands I think are using the clever marketing terms, but it's not clever. It's actually
you can have a
it's making
client who has
things worse.
never had henna touch their nails ever in their whole entire life, and then they have a reaction to a henna-free or hypoallergenic product. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
The thing is, guys, you listen to the pod, so you guys are clued up. If you take henna out, you've got to replace it with something else. You've got to.
But also, just everything, it has a risk of allergy, just depending on who you're applying it to.
Yeah. All right. You have a new client, and they constantly compare your work to their old nail tech.
Ugh, gross.
Red light.
God,
Gross.
I thought there'd be more green lights.
I know. I was like desperately trying to. I've got some that are maybe both coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, gross. Get rid of them. Just be like, well, go back to them then.
Why are you not with them?
Why? Yeah. So why? Here's what I would say. Sounds like you really, really liked your old nail tech. Can I ask why you don't go to them anymore?
Yeah, their diary's full.
Yeah, their diary's too full for you.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it's like never compare yourself to your current partner to your old partner. Never ever do that. That's like a red flag. So yeah,
yeah, that's a whole other load of problems there.
All right.
Actually, it leads me on quite well too. Nail tech who advertises their books are closed.
Oh, see, that's a tricky one.
This is a tricky one. There's two sides to this.
Red light.
I've got to do both, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if their books are closed, it means they are genuinely probably a busy nail tech. However, if they're advertising that, they're trying to tell people, my books are closed, but there might be a space eventually.
No, I think they're saying, look how special I am. It's funny, I had a conversation with a hairdresser about this recently, like a really successful hairdresser. And they are very busy and they're very expensive, but they don't advertise as having their books closed. They said, I'll always just be open. I don't really know what the point of that was.
Well, the point probably is that clients come and go.
Oh,
So
yeah, true.
Your books might be closed, but all of a sudden you've lost 10 people because it's a friend group and they've all got pregnant. You know?
What's that got to do with anything? They don't have time to get their nails done anymore.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I just want to, I don't know why, but Qatar Airways just keeps sending me messages just now.
Nice.
Excellent. Sorry, moving on, honey. Was it me next?
Yeah.
A client refuses to use any aftercare and then blames you when there's a product lifting.
Oh, these are so obvious.
Red light.
These are so obvious. All you can do in these situations is continue to educate your clients as much as you can. Just keep telling them the information. Don't tell them the information after they tell you about the issues. Tell them before. Preempt it.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all you got? Yeah?
Pretty much.
Okay. Nail techs who don't do any extra hours at Christmas.
Red light.
Major red flag. Like, I'd love to be able to turn this around to a green flag, but I would be going against everything I believe in.
Yeah. Get that money, kid.
Get that money. You are self-employed, right? And you have to, my next one is completely related. If you are self-employed, you have to understand that there are certain benefits, but there are also certain sacrifices that you have to make to be successful. And that January ain't going to be kind to you because it's kind to nobody.
Do you know what? The January's usually
sometimes,
okay.
but there are other times of years that are
February,
not.
March can be
October.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to make as much money as you can at those points. Why would you not do it? It doesn't make sense. Just suck it up, buttercup. Like Christmas comes around once a year. It is a time to make so much extra cash. Why would you not do it?
Because I want to spend time with my family.
You get every single, but no. Not no to spending time with your family, but like, say I'm not going to work from the 23rd. That's plenty of time off. The 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, even 27th. That is a huge amount of time off.
Yeah.
Really?
And the thing is, realistically, I think your family will understand that that's your busiest time.
Would you not rather create opportunity for your family?
100%.
Like, Christmas comes around every year. It is literally one day. We make way too much of a big deal of
So
it.
much.
For a country that is barely religious, we need to remember that that's what it is. I know a lot of you guys will be listening, like, I've got my tree up already and I love Christmas. Yet that's fantastic. But if you've got your tree up already, you spend a sixth of your year celebrating one day that you probably are not religious about.
Or that enthusiastic about when it actually happens.
Yeah, like it's all very romantic and lovely feeling, but the actual day, pretty damn boring.
I think a lot of people get confused with winter and Christmas. By, like, for instance, I don't enjoy Christmas. I like going to a Christmas market.
Yeah, I think you like what others refer to as the Christmas feeling. I think you like that. You like the Christmas markets and a roaring fire and being cozy.
Yeah.
And you like all those things.
Yeah, but I know that that's nothing to do with Christmas. Not really.
Well, okay, if you add in the Christmas music, it doesn't need to be. I'm not talking like necessarily carols, but even just like, like the Rat Pack type of music.
Yeah, no, I totally get
You like that?
I get that. But I don't enjoy Christmas because I understand that one day.
Do you understand the differentiation between it? Yeah.
For that day, it's so commercialised.
Yeah.
People buy into the commercialisation. They spend far too much money and
Far
time.
too much money.
Too much money and time and effort and tears trying to get the perfect thing for the perfect person. But realistically, if you just show up.
It's just, it's become really, really crazy. But
It is.
you, as a self-employed person, should be working extra hours at Christmas.
How many times have we gone home on Christmas Eve? Done in, like completely.
And we would do it really, really hardcore. We would be, 2 weeks in a row, no days off, long days, like early hours, late hours, finishing on Christmas Eve at 3:00. That is really, really extreme.
Yeah,
it is extreme, but it was worthwhile financially.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Christmas Day, like we would just be sitting there, just like, yep, we did it. It makes you feel, I think, accomplished.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the feeling. We would have a lovely breakfast with all the staff on Christmas morning, and
Christmas morning.
Yes, because they were still in work.
Still in work. Christmas Eve, we would be in like first thing 6-7 a.m.
Hey, I got another really good one, quick one.
Go on.
Customers who message asking if you have availability on Christmas Day.
That's happened to us. It's literally
it happened every
to
single
us.
year. Every year it happened.
Well, my nails broke. Can I come in?
Red flag.
I think you did it one day. I think you did. I think you went in one Christmas morning.
No, I didn't.
For a repair.
Nope.
Mm.
Never would.
Boxing Day maybe?
No.
I think you did.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not obsessed with Christmas, but that's just gross.
Okay.
Unless they're paying like £1,000 for that repair.
See, it's all about that money. Get that money, kid.
For 15 minutes, yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So, a customer calls or DMs to book in when you have a booking link that you always refer them to, but they always do it. Or there was, I think somebody had said this in a pod before. They used to take their kid to school and Mary would be hanging out the window. Can I book in for an appointment?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Red
I
light.
can say that. And also that, right? Because maybe they are just a wee old lady and they struggle with the online systems.
I think a lot of people just do it for the attention.
Yeah, probably. And that's where the red light comes from. But green, because like sometimes they just are a wee old lady and they just need that wee bit of help. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one is definitely a two-sided one. I think this is going to be a double light. Nail techs that don't work.
She's preempting my actual answer.
Nail techs who don't work weekends.
Red light.
Nope, just red light.
Just
for me.
red.
Yeah.
For me, from a personal point of view, it is just red. But playing devil's advocate, I would sprinkle a little bit of green.
I get it. Now, you used to work as a nail tech. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday were your key days that you would be in.
Well,
you know,
I literally worked like 7 days a week.
Yes, I know, honey.
But latterly, yes.
Yeah.
Latterly, my diary was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, because that's the busiest days. You would take advantage of the busiest days because there's no point otherwise.
That's when people have most of their availability. And I know what you're going to say, guys. You're going to say, well, you're self-employed. People should be doing what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you're self-employed. You need to be making as much money as possible. And like we've talked about 1,000 times, it is about making things as easy as possible for your clients to book in, to pay, to have availability. Make it as easy as possible so that you're making money. Because let's be honest, that is the only reason you're self-employed, is to make money, so that making the money is maximized and as easy as possible.
If you go into an industry that is predominantly working with customers, you need to be available for those customers. Now, for instance, we used to work in sales.
Yeah, sales, retail, you're going to be retail hospitality. Yeah. You will be expected to work on weekends. Really, the only time that you're not expected to work weekends is if you work an office job. And you know what? I'm retracting my green sprinkle. I am only going with red. And here's what I'll say, is that nail techs don't work any weekends. I'm not saying that you have to work every weekend, and I'm not saying you have to work Saturday and Sunday, but you should have weekend availability, in my opinion, within your diary within a month.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Even if it's just 2 Saturdays in a month, even if it's 1 Saturday in a month.
even if it's half Saturdays, half days, just work from 9
two
to
half
1.
Yeah, 2 half Saturdays, whatever. You should have weekend availability. You are not an office worker. You should be. It's supply and demand.
Yeah, 100%.
It's supply and demand. It's very, very simple aspect of business.
We took best part of 20 interviews over the last couple of days, and Rebecca always writes on it, what days are you available? Everyone said, any day.
Not weekend.
But not weekends.
So many people. And that is something that we've seen since COVID. People are really, really leaning into that. Like, well, my life's worth more than that, blah, 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 blah. But again, you've got to think about the industry you're in. So these people are coming for interviews, but they know that we're not open weekends. They know that there's not weekend work. We ask people to work maybe 2 weekends a year, maybe 3, depending on what we're doing with like bank holidays, whatever. But that's it. And we haven't really until now absolutely enforced it, and it's certainly not both days. But the industry that we're in, which is office and warehouse work, mostly isn't weekend.
Yeah.
Loaded.
I think in the future it's going to start to kind of go that way.
It might be, but yeah, if you don't want to work weekends, go work in an office. Don't be self-employed. Like, you need to be maximized, and certainly don't be like, oh, now I'm on a rant. Don't be like, oh, I'm not busy and, people aren't booking in and whatever, but you're only available Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday between 11 and 3 because that's when your kids are at school. Well, no.
Most people are working.
Most people are working. Like, no, that's why you're not busy. You're not busy because you don't have availability, especially when you're new to being self-employed. You need to bend over backwards and be essentially available 24/7 so that your customers can book in with you. And then the more experienced you get, the more busy you get, you can start to niche down in terms of treatments, in terms of hours as well.
But I think you've also got to reframe things. Just because when you were in school, you were off at the weekend, doesn't mean that's the way things happen in life.
It's the same. Chris and I talk about this a lot, which is like people's attitude towards that and towards the school holidays. Or I have to be off because it's school holidays, not because they've got kids, but because they just want to be off because it's the holidays and they've had that for their whole life.
Yeah. Like the last thing, we'll break it down a little bit, right? I was speaking to, what's her name? Becca from Inverkip. She's rich. She's got a big yacht, lives down there. She was in during the week, Wednesday, I think it was. And I was like, she was saying she was off on a Wednesday. And I was like, oh God, Rebecca and I used to be off on a Wednesday. And I loved being off midweek because you could do stuff. You could go to, I don't know, say for instance, the post office to return stuff, like one of Rebecca's spending habits.
We could go to a restaurant
and get a table, no problem. Whereas if you go on a Saturday, you need to deal with everybody else, Sometimes we used to go to Nando's and we'd be the only people in there and they would bend over backwards to give you like 5-star service. You go on a Saturday night, you ain't even getting a table for 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Just reframe things a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
I agree.
Also, like, see driving like on a Saturday and a Sunday?
Everything's so much easier midweek to be off. Yeah. It really, really is.
Excellent. All right. You allow a client to leave without paying because they don't have enough money and they're going to pay later.
You are an idiot.
Right. I'm going to tell you a story. My dad used to have an ice cream van. You guys know that. Harry. And he used to give tick to a lot of people. Tick is another form, it's another name for credit. And he would give it to some of his favourite customers. And then eventually, those favourite customers couldn't afford to pay it back. And they just wouldn't pay it back. And they would never come back to the van. And you would lose a customer. And that will happen to you. You will have that client who thinks to themselves, I've only got £50 in my bank. And the nail tech's wanting £32 for this. But I really want to go on the night out. Screw it, I'm going to do the night out. And you don't pay the nail tech.
No. Do not do it. Do not accept payment after, do not let that person leave without paying.
Yeah.
Do not ever, ever, ever do it. There is no good reason to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Somebody can always leave something important.
Yeah. It's silly in a way where there's so many ways that people can pay now. A watch, a phone, tap your card, pay by bank transfer.
There's so many ways.
Call somebody up and ask them to pay you.
Do not let it happen. It's more fool you.
Yeah. You are going to lose a client that way.
Well, I'm at the end of my list for nail techs.
Oh, have you?
Well, what time are we at?
That's a good point. I can't even see. 54 minutes, but there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to edit because Rebecca was cussing people up. Nah, she wasn't. Okay, I've got a couple of last ones, and you're just going to hit them up. We'll see if you want to go for it. Accepting a client who was previously rude to you. Gonna have to edit this out if you're thinking too much.
Red light.
Both.
Okay, explain the red.
The red is there's only a little bit of red in here, and it's like you could be setting yourself up for failure because maybe that is who that person is. Maybe they just are an asshole. However, more often than not, it's simply going to be a case of that person was having a bad day. And we all have bad days.
Yeah.
And I always like to give people like a second chances.
I think a second chance is always a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people might not understand the error of the way until it's made clear to them.
Yeah.
And then they will be forever sorry. Or they might be assholes, and then, what do you know?
Excellent.
The thing is, you're never going to know if somebody's an asshole unless you give them a second chance.
True. Very true.
And the green light?
Because you should be giving them a second chance.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. You, as a nail tech or someone who provides a treatment, skips a patch test just for quickness.
So this is for like lashes and brows and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Red light.
Never, ever do it.
Yeah.
Are these like buttons actually pressing when I'm doing it?
Yeah.
Never ever do it. Never do it. Like I have turned away people who should have been paying me £200 for a treatment because they haven't had a patch test. And do you know why? Because they are the people that would have a reaction, and they are the people that will just cause you problems. Don't ever do it. It is not worth it. You can turn away the money and you can sleep at night, or you can take the money and you can be worrying for the next couple of days.
Yeah. And it's just the luck of the draw. It's always going to be that one person that you don't patch test.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have 100 clients over the space of a year and you patch test every single one. And that one you don't, they're the ones that's going to...
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
All right. You work while unwell. Because you've done it, haven't you, honey? You've done it.
Right. I know what you're all going to say. You're going to say, oh, you don't want to spread your germs, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Which is a very, very fair point. But as nail techs, really, we should probably be wearing masks anyway. 2, we should be cleaning our hands all the time. 3, we should be wearing gloves. So yeah, I just think as people are so soft these days. I'm really on one today, guys, aren't I? I'm really, really tired. So you're just getting complete unfiltered truth here. People are so soft. Oh, I don't feel very well. Well, I don't want to like curse myself here, but when was the last time I had a sick day? Think back.
It's very true.
Literally, when?
The fact that I can remember it shows something.
Yeah.
It was Christmas Day 2021.
That's not a sick day because I wasn't working.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Before that, was it meningitis, chicken pox, something?
Chicken pox, not meningitis. And that was in the old salon. That was over 10 years ago. It's probably about 12 years ago, something like that. And that was only because we, obviously, it's predominantly female client base, a lot of pregnant women, chicken pox. And then I just felt that was not right. Yeah. And at that time, we allowed kids into the salon. A lot of people bring their kids,
I think also one member of staff hadn't had chicken pox.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. It was over 12 years ago.
Okay.
I just think people just need to be a bit like...
Toughen up.
They really do need to toughen up.
Yeah, if you're feeling sick, you're going to feel sick at home. You may as well still got the money.
Yeah.
Stick a mask
Depends
on.
obviously like what type of illness you have, but...
Yeah, I'm talking about the common cold.
Yeah, or just, I just feel a little bit run down. No, and also because you're like letting your clients down and it doesn't set a good reputation for you as a self-employed person.
It's very true.
You know?
Or anyone.
You are a business, an entire business in yourself.
Mm.
You know, so just think about your reputation. Just think about if Neil would have just was like, oh yeah, we can't send out your parcel today because we don't feel very well. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Exactly. Okay, next one. You fall foul to influence and buy some cheap products off Amazon, TikTok, or something like that to use as you as our professional nail tech.
Who is influencing you to buy products off of Amazon as a professional nail tech?
Nail trends are going around TikTok and you think to yourself, oh, I need to get that.
I actually did see something like that yesterday, and they did say I would usually never promote this, but
there you go.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. There is a reason that the products to retail cost less than what us as brands buying thousands and thousands of bottles can buy them for. Okay. It's the ones that are like, 100 colours for £37. You're like, excuse me? I can't even buy the empty bottles wholesale when I'm buying hundreds of thousands of bottles at a time. I cannot even buy them for that price.
Yeah.
Like empty.
Yeah. It's like when you buy something off Shein and it turns up and it's like 85 sizes too small, and now you can understand why it was only £3.
But a lot of those gels, like I've bought some of those gels before to
sample test,
to
colour match,
look for colours, like new colours and things and stuff like that. They are terrible.
water.
So watery.
Yeah.
So watery. The ingredient situation is a big concern, as in, where are they?
Oh, that's a good one for a brand. Anyway, you say yes to an appointment after hours or on a day off?
Red light.
No, stick to your guns.
Yeah. I mean, get that money, work those days, but stick to those
Stick
guns.
to your guns. Yeah, I know it kind of goes against what we've said, but no, you have great availability. See, if you have crap availability, you're not open any weekends and you're only open Monday to Wednesday, 11 till 3, as we've discussed. Well, yeah, that's completely different. But if you have good availability, you have a later night. Doesn't have to be late, maybe till 7. You have a weekend availability during the month. Then yeah, you're doing all you can, I would say.
Okay. My last one, and I'm going to say it, but I'd like to talk about it slightly more as well, go into more depth. You either do or don't raise your prices because you don't want to lose clients. So, for instance, you won't raise your prices, even though you need to raise your prices because you're undercharging.
Red light.
Or you do raise your prices and you just think to
Right,
yourself,
hang on. So
Red light.
that one
Yeah.
and
Green
that one.
light.
I'll tell
do
you.
raise your prices because it's time and you're going to lose some
Right, I'm
clients.
going to say that not wanting to raise prices is it has a little bit of greed in it because it means you care.
Yeah,
Right? You don't,
100%.
and
Yeah.
you care about your customers and you understand how difficult it is. So that's where the green comes in. But red is you've got to do what's right for your business,
100%.
and undercharging is not right for your business.
It's been a while since we've promoted it, but the Nail Order app is completely free and it has a completely free pricing calculator in it.
Yes.
We implore you, especially coming up to this peak time, to use the pricing calculator to just make sure that you're actually making money. Because if you, like Rebecca has champed on about, are going to work 85 days throughout the whole of December, 12 to 15 hours a day, at least get the money.
Yeah.
Make sure you're making your money. Do you know what I mean? And at this point in time, people will book in anyway. Don't be greedy and just bump up the prices just for this little time. But what to do is just ensure you are actually making some money. Make sense?
I mean, actually, that's a really good point. Like maybe
Yeah, it is actually.
maybe Christmas is the best time to increase your prices.
Yeah. People are booking in
Because
anyway.
they're going to book in anyway, right? No, I'm not saying it's not out of a greed thing. I'm saying this is a psychological thing, right? Say you increase your prices at the beginning of every year. Increasing them in January where people are skint is probably a terrible idea. But in December, when people are in the mood for spending monies and they were going to give you a little Christmas tip anyway, right? That sets you up perfect for the rest of the year. So you increase them in December. Oh my God, this is a great idea. Increase them in December.
The postman's here, guys, and he rattles. I'm going to have to go see him because, yeah, sorry, it was a postman who was there, and he doesn't understand SRS. It was 2 SRS bundles coming back, and he's shaking the box, and it's obviously he was like, somebody's sending back a tons of these nail polishes, and I'm like, yeah, they're empty, like a ginger bottle. It's a glass bottle of Iron Brew, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of something like that.
Anyway, so yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Increasing your price. Obviously, it's maybe not a little early.
Right now is perfect to do it.
Just be like, give your client, I don't know, because they'll all be booked in already. And then it's like, boom, surprise, and increase them. So maybe for next Christmas. Do it then because people are in the mood for spending money and they're booking in anyway. Perfect.
Yeah. At the end of the day, October's quiet. Maybe do it then. You know?
No, do it for December the 1st.
Yeah, but like announce it.
Advertise it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you open your Christmas diary, that's probably the best thing to do it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You should do a TikTok about that. There you go. But you guys heard it here first. There you go. And that's all we've got on today's pod. That was a pretty good. I quite like that.
Yeah.
The brand ones, half of them I'm probably going to need to take out because it's just me slaughtering other brands for the bad stuff that they do. But there you go.
No,
If you want to listen
absolutely not.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
That's not who we are.
Yes, it is. I'm bitching and moaning about everything. So if you want to listen to that, come back next week. I'm only kidding, honey.
Oh, you're rage baiting them.
Rage baiting them.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. What's your plans for the rest of the day, honey?
Oh, we've got another podcast to do.
Excellent.
Maybe some TikToks. I've got actually a list of work stuff that I need to do.
Fabulous. We've not spoken about the house, guys.
No,
because-
we've not. We're meant to be moving in 3 days, but it's not happening. So that is a question. Do we want to dismantle Millen's room today or?
Probably tomorrow thing.
Okay.
I need to edit, so I'm not going to have time.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're supposed to move around in 3 days, but the chain of houses has fallen down.
The chain is chaining. There is a problem at the very, very beginning of the chain. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be a really quick fix.
I think one or two things. In fact, I'm going to give you 3 scenarios of what's going to happen. It's going to be fixed, but we're not going to get the moving in date until the Thursday of Black Friday.
I already thought about this last night, and I thought we
It's you trying to explain to people that we can't
We
because
can't.
it's Black Friday, because it's mayhem.
we cannot move between those like 7 or 8 days. So we absolutely cannot move. And I was thinking about this last night in bed. I'm like, that is going to be when they do it.
Yeah.
I'm really, really hoping that it's just going to be a very quick thing, and then by next week, mid next week, we're going to be back on track.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you guys are going to stop spending money pretty soon because you're going to be in advance of Black Friday. We're going to do a special podcast on that soon as well. So hopefully about that time, that'll be fine.
Alternatively, the whole thing falls apart and then the chain is broken
That
and
was my
we're
next
absolutely fudged.
It all falls apart, and we're going to have to do like an OnlyFans or a what's the thing? GoFundMe to buy this house. Or the next scenario is it's going to drag out for 6 weeks, and
It's going to be after Christmas.
it's going to be either after Christmas or just at Christmas. And the last thing you want to do is move at Christmas.
No, yeah, I know. We just bitched about Christmas, but we did have plans to host my family at Christmas this year. So and I have bought all the furniture and stuff. So.
Yeah, what are we going to do with all those sofas? Damn,
man.
Anyway, so that is us. Thank you for joining us this week on the pod. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you can think of any other red flag, green flag situations, please leave them in the comments below. If you would like to win £50, I'm more structured this week. If you'd like to win £50 to spend this Black Friday, all you got to do is just share this on your stories.
Have we got a winner for this week?
It's going to flash up on your screen just now. I have not picked it yet. Rebecca's going to do that while I'm editing today. And that person might or might not be contacted. I don't think we contacted the last person. Who was the last person? I feel it was somebody close by. We just do it randomly. We just like scroll people who have done it. And I think it was somebody close to us.
I don't know.
So yeah, that's what to do. Honey, I'm going to need to reach across the table and all this jazz to get us out of here. But honey, do you want to? You guys are going to see what I do. Yeah, honey, do you want to get us out of here?
As always, guys, if you enjoyed that, be sure to give us a like, comment below what we should talk about next. Be sure to subscribe, and we shall see you next week.
I lost the button. Anyway.
Tune in alone Sunday, all the tea getting spilled. Nail text, talking game, keeping it real, y'all gon' feel. From the signs to the drama, every secret they reveal. Stay sharp, stay tuned, man, you know it's the deal.